Well, in case you've been living under a rock, Donald Trump launched airstrikes against Iran. Now you might be saying, isn't he the guy who promised to not involve the United States in endless Middle Eastern wars? We'll get to that in a little bit, but I want to give you a primer on what exactly happened. So last week, Donald Trump returned from the G7, and he essentially told us over a course of a few days, I'm going to decide whether or not to bomb Iran in 2 weeks. Turns out he really only needed about 48 hours because Saturday night, unbeknownst to the rest of the world and even Republican staffers here in D.C., 7 B-2 stealth bombers flew all the way from Missouri without braking. They refueled in the air to Iran, and they dropped bunker buster bombs, which have never been used in an active field of combat before, on 2 nuclear sites in Iran. I believe they are called Fordo and Natanz, and a U.S. submarine in the Gulf launched Tomahawk missiles against Natanz and a third facility, Isfa. This is a massive strike on Iran's nuclear capabilities, and it is potentially the end of an escalating conflict in the Middle East. We just don't know if this is the end of it for the United States, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you about, Tiana. Donald Trump, again, ran on no more endless wars. He has plenty of non-interventionalists in his cabinet and staffing his administration. Do these military strikes make him a hypocrite?
No, they don't, because
Okay.
Donald Trump is a foreign policy realist. Whereas the neocons and whatever you broadly want to refer to as the Bush administration members that were pushing for war in Iraq and war in Afghanistan, they had a very rose-colored view of other nations and other populations, right? They thought if we liberate Afghanistan, if we liberate Iraq and give them democracy, they will vote in their own economic self-interests, they will vote to liberalize, and that clearly didn't happen. Donald Trump, by contrast, has a correctly very cynical view of people because he's right. He's right with the fact that it's not America's job to create new governments. It's not our job to use military force, boots on the ground to promote democracy. What is our job is to advance American interests. And American interests are directly threatened and harmed imminently by the Iranian government, which claims death to America, which has tried to assassinate President Trump at least twice, including one case where you have people who have been arrested for following orders of the IRGC to try and assassinate Trump. This was after the Butler, Pennsylvania assassination attempt. They cannot be allowed to have nuclear weapons.